During the holidays, when you meet up with family members, someone might have taken up entrepreneurship or side hustles as like a side hobby. It might be something as simple as doing garage sales, but then it also might be a pyramid scheme. Picture this, the year is 2016, and I'm at home with Christmas with my family, and I have just discovered Gary Vee. If you don't know who he is, you can find him online somewhere if you want, but I do recommend watching Mooncat's video about Gary Vee. I think that's a very fair criticism. This I'm just making fun of him. But yes, at one point in my self-employment career, I was a massive Gary Vee fan. I was consuming all of his content. I was just gobbling it all up like crazy until one day I had a realization, much like the realization when I left the church, that this wasn't doing shit. So for the past 7 years, I haven't really seen what Gary Vee has been up to, but today I thought we'd catch up with him. So welcome to 12 Days of Yapmas, where every day I release a video where I'm just yapping. So welcome to the second day of Yapmas, where we're catching up with Gary Vee. And before we get any further, press subscribe, because for every subscriber that we get, Gary Vee tells a young person at their seminar to pretend that their family gonna get shot in the face every single day for motivation.
Who do you love the most in the world?
My family.
Good. Literally once a day, genuinely sit there for 5 minutes and make pretend one of them got shot in the face.
Yeah, he actually said that. Now, where my criticisms lay with Gary Vee is at some point I realized that this man is just the yap king. He yaps so much, and sometimes he's right. You know, it's like a conspiracy theorist. That's the best way I can explain it. You know how sometimes there are the conspiracy theorists that they're right one time and then they don't shut the fuck up about it? Gary Vee is that, but for entrepreneurship.
You're more likely to win the lotto 9 times in your life than actually having a life. I don't know how we can't be thankful. Do you know how ridiculously crazy it is that you're a human being? 400 trillion to 1.
This is something that Gary Vee preaches about how lucky you are to be alive, but watching this in like a video format, just like the whole I'm 14 and this is deep. I was watching a PewDiePie video the other day and he was like criticizing podcasts, and one of the clips was like a kid discovering that he's gonna die one day. Gary Vee's just the grown-up version of that.
You're gonna be dead forever. And you weren't born for a long time.
You see what I mean? He's having these profound moments over things that are so basic that we all know. It's like we are born and then we die. Those are the two things that every human being has in common. Maybe not Brian Johnson. That motherfucker might live forever. But I will say, this is one of the pillars that I've learned since being self-employed, and this is why people are able to sell courses so easily. Is like this saying of learn to say the same thing 1,000 different ways. At first I was like, oh my God, that's genius. That makes so much sense. But then it kind of feels icky in a way. It's like, oh, you're kind of scamming people in a way because you're just preaching the same things. And again, this is the realization of Gary Vee. One day I woke up, I was like, this guy's just saying the same things over and over.
Fuck the lighting, fuck the script, talk about your fucking life.
Do I do like a life update? Hey,
Yeah, be like, I'm back, bitches, motherfucker, I'm back. Do it right now while I gave you all this energy, like right the fuck now.
He's got the RFK Jr. Accent now. His voice is croaky as shit. It's another thing that I learned with Gary. He loves to swear, and that's why he's so edgy and he can get in with the youth because he swears a lot. But do you see what I mean by he just says things all the time? Like, yeah, I could get rid of all of this lighting and this whole setup. Like, imagine if I just had this setup just chilling in my closet still, and this was just filmed on my phone. Probably wouldn't be anywhere near as entertaining as this. Then again, I could be wrong, because Gary Vee is worth a lot of money, and I, as you can see, am filming this in a 1-bedroom apartment, so...
You do know that you could go from 2 to 8 million in sales in a year based on one organic TikTok post. As I scroll to my TikTok, this video right here got 1.9 million views. Here's the most remarkable part. The next post, which crushed for me on Instagram, different content, different platform, big part of the thesis, 5,834 views.
Here's a hot take. I think Gary Vee could potentially be the Trump of entrepreneurship. Now, pause, I know Trump entrepreneur, whatever, but you know how Trump talks about like the weave when he talks? I think Gary Vee kind of does that because he talks about you can go from 2 million to 8 million sales in a year. and then proceeds to not explain how to do that. He just says, hey, this piece of content does really well here, and then it did dog shit over here. It's like, yeah, bro, that's how algorithms work. This kind of confirms my point that Gary just says so much shit, and he's right 5% of the time, I want to say.
What do you do if you have a small penis?
I forgot about this video. Yeah, I'm on board with this. I don't need to watch the rest of this video. Whatever you're about to say with it, I'm on board 100%. There needs to be like a Gary After Dark situation where he talks about this stuff that he wouldn't normally talk about and give out this kind of advice. I would tune into that 100%. Every single night I would watch that.
You accept the truth of your life, that is your DNA, and you move on happily with your life. It is not a bad thing. Honestly, it was a very simple question. There was nothing wrong with that. I know we all laugh like it's middle school, but that was the question.
For whatever reason, this gives me the same energy of Jaden Smith when he went on like Big Boy or something like that.
And I go around sometimes and I hang out with other people that are my age and they're just kind of just selfie. I'm just like, dude, like, oh my God, like, can we talk about like the political and economic state of the world right now?
This is just the grown-up version of that. I can imagine at a kickback, everyone's just hanging out, everyone's having a good time, having drinks, and then there's like a Gary Vee kind of guy. You see, this is going back to like family gatherings during the holiday season. Everyone's having a good time, and then you have like the one business bozo. It's like, shut the fuck up. I'm not signing up to your pyramid scheme, okay? Go away.
If you're sitting and watching right now and you're 28 and you don't have shit, and you can get shit. Like,
Gary, I'm 33 and I take shits. Don't worry about that. I'm good on the shit front. Also, I just want to say, all of these videos that I'm finding, they're in like the top 12 posts of his TikTok, right? I did not have to search long to find this kind of content, right? So if you're looking for some entertainment, there you go.
you know why I'm always fucking happy? I don't fucking expect anything from people. Most of you are unhappy because you've got expectations of somebody, your mother, your friend, what you did at work.
No, Gary, you're happy because you have a lot of money, all right? These are like different battles that people are facing. Most of the people going to Gary for advice, I feel like 90% of them are making less than 50K a year and they just want to know how to survive. But yeah, Gary, you don't have to do anything. You won. You won Monopoly. Congratulations, Gary. You did pass go. You collected $200 million probably. You can end the game now. Please. End it. End it all. That's what I want out of Gary. I think like that's what I'm hoping for. I want the downfall of Gary, but in a sense of him just being so unhinged that everyone's like, hey, this is actually entertaining. I would watch this as a live show. This is like Casey Rocket as a business owner. Now that is a joke for all the comedians out there.
Marrying a computer or to marry code sounds weird to everyone right now, but I do not believe that will be weird in 500 years. I don't.
Yeah, but I think AI it's a different kind of crazy. Like, it's
But that's what
probably
everybody says.
Yeah.
There are people in Japan in full-fledged relationships.
See, this is what I'm going on about with Gary, going on and just yapping about random stuff, and he's right all the time. I remember like a bunch of years ago, he was saying how like voice stuff would be huge, and it's not. You know, you send voice memos and like that's as far as it goes, but he was like, no, the tech behind it's going to be crazy. It's like, no, people just send each other voice memos. It's not like billion-dollar industry. Also, marrying a computer. All right, go on, Apple. Send me a computer. I might reconsider. I might reconsider this for the right computer. Just saying. I don't know.
I sleep with white noise on the sound machine at full blast. This is the soundtrack to New York to me, and here's why.
Again, this is him just going on about how things are so deep for him when it's just like, I sleep with a white noise machine and this is why. It's like, bro, millions of people sleep with white noise. I used to sleep with white noise every night because I have tinnitus. So these things, they don't turn off. Okay? That's why I have white noise. And people sleep with white noise for a whole bunch of other reasons. But he's like, nah, dude, trust me. This is why I sleep with white noise, and I'm unique for that. Now give me money. Give me the money. I did the talking, now you give me the money. And honestly, I'm exhausted after that. I think that's enough Gary Vee content for the next few years at least. I'm excited to see where he's going to be at in another 7 years and where the evolution of him is at during that time. Honestly, after watching this video, I think I might give up being self-employed. I might give up that freelance life. I might go back to just a regular 9 to 5, not even in a creative industry, just a corporate 9 to 5. I just want a chill life, bro. I think we can all agree. We all need a chill life. And if you agree that you also want a chill life, maybe give this video a like. Maybe leave a comment about some other crazy business venture that a family member has gone on to do during the holiday season. I would love to see how many family members this year have turned to a pyramid scheme or some crypto scam. Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 3 of Yapmas.